the little stars. I moved the stars over to the side to make it a little bit less like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I want them to be like blue and white, like the Hamsick.
So now
And
the splash art gets more space.
yes, it does, or at least it's moved up to the top a little bit more.
Well, it's taking up more width, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Nothing crazy, the literal backbone of Annie's existence. I try not to be too crazy.
Annie, but you're really crazy.
Oh, how crazy am I?
Okay, so you're not gonna believe this.
Oh?
It's really funny, but like, once I was like walking around Annie's house and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and it was like 3 a.m. I think I was there because I like wanted to steal some money. 'Cause I was a bit broke at the time, you know.
Okay.
And I knew where the spare key was. But like, I was kind of just standing there in Annie's kitchen looking for all the shelves. I had to figure out where the baking soda was. You know, I had a bit of trauma from that. So I need to know where it is at all times so I can defend myself from it.
Yeah, from the baking soda.
And I hear like weird wet sounds
Uh-huh.
from like the bathroom, and all the lights are off. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is the baking soda in there? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then I tiptoe up the hall, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the bathroom door was already open, but the lights were off. And I flipped the light on, only to see like about half unclothed there. So still like mostly wearing underwear. It was like Annie right there in the tub, just fucking high as a kite. I don't know why. I don't know on what. Slathered in peanut butter. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking color. Okay, peanut butter.
Yeah, so like I'm like, and like I completely forget that I'm breaking into Annie's house right then. Yeah, so I like walk over to Annie. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong, dude? And Annie's pupils are like this big, you know, and I'm like, whoa, that can't be healthy. I know you're an anime girl, but that's not right, you know.
Jesus. I guess that explains why I don't remember this exchange.
And Annie like tried to speak, but couldn't, because there was just so much peanut butter, like all the way down their throat. Yeah.
just fucking stuffed full of peanut butter. Mm-hmm.
There was peanut butter everywhere, so I had to like take my gloves off, you know.
Yeah,
I didn't want to get peanut butter on them, and I was like, "Oh my god, Annie's gonna die here." Yeah. Yeah. So I go over and I'm like, "Hey, Annie, are you doing okay?" I do the thing where I'm like, "Are you choking? Are you choking?" And Annie just says, you know.
Yeah.
Because their throat's full, like fully full. Like I try to open Annie's mouth, and it's like a wall in there, you know. I'm not sure how they're still breathing, if they're still breathing. So I get like really concerned. So like I have to like try to get in there and get some of this peanut butter out of Annie's system, and I like try to be like, the Heimlich, but I can't lift Annie out of the peanut butter bathtub to get behind them.
Sure.
I'm too weak and it's just so slippery. And Annie's kind of shaking around at this point, and I'm not really sure what's happening. I'm not sure how all the peanut butter got there since there's no cans around and there's not like a trail or anything. Yeah, so I have to like get this fucking peanut butter out of your stop laughing. This is super fucking annoying to deal with. And it's your fault. Like,
I'm
you need to be
sorry.
safe. Okay? You were filled with peanut butter.
I'm sorry.
They filled Annie with peanut butter.
I really like peanut butter.
Yeah, so I just like grab Annie's mouth and pull it open, like one hand on the top, one hand on the bottom, you know, and kind of just stick my face in there to try to suck the peanut butter out. Like you think, oh wow, this is like mouth to mouth. No. This wasn't sexy at all. My face was in there. I was getting that shit out and like spitting it out the side, you know, like when
you gotta like suck out the venom. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. So it took like fucking 5 minutes. Like 5 whole minutes. Annie was just full of peanut butter. Like at one point, I like stopped for a second after 5 minutes and I like went to the kitchen and because I looked in all the shelves because I was trying to look for the baking soda, I like knew where Annie kept like a few paper straws. So I grabbed one of those and stuck that down Annie's throat. And Annie was really shaking at this point, so I kind of had to like sit on top of them to keep them in place while I sucked all the peanut butter out. Yeah, so like after I did that, I like briefly thought about like trying to get all the peanut butter off Annie's body because like it was a lot and it was kind of all over me at that point. I had to like take off like most of my clothes because I would get dirty. Yeah, and I was sitting there with straw down Annie's throat, sucking peanut butter out, just sitting on them, you know, in my underwear and stuff. And it was like really annoying. Like you don't know how much like straw technique you need. I had to stop at one point. I had to go get a bendy straw to like help get around some of the curves in Annie's like weird esophagus. Yeah, no, that was weird. And then I like had to ask Annie to go, hey, could you go for me? Go Yeah, so I could stick the straw down through their windpipe and suck some of the stuff off their vocal cords for a bit. And then once I'm done with that, you know, sucking all the peanut butter out of Annie, I had to like stand up and be like, shit, well now what do I fucking do? It's been like an hour at this point. I missed my bus to go home. I was just standing there looking at this fucking gross thing, eyes wide as hell. Still like mostly unresponsive at that moment, who I just sucked like a gallon of peanut butter out of. Yeah. And I was like, shit, and now I'm covered with peanut butter too, and this is like gross. I don't like
We're just both covered in peanut butter in the bathtub for some reason.
I can never have, both. So like, I had to be like, okay, I have to like wash this off. Like, you know, you do with like a corpse, you know, you have to wash it off of it. And thankfully the shower head was detachable, you know, so I could pull it out and just spray us down. My clothes were fucked. Your clothes were fucked while we were in. I took those off. I just threw them out. Sorry about that. I hope you liked those underwear, or I hope you didn't like them, because they're gone.
I was wondering where they
Um,
went.
it had to hose us down. It was kind of hard to like not get Annie straight in the eyes because of how open they were. And then like fucking like 5 minutes after that, I was just standing there being like, holy shit, I can't get home because I missed my bus. And this is fucking Texas. So the next bus doesn't come for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's how they work in Texas.
And I was like, I have this fucking unresponsive Annie here. And then Annie just like fucking says something. And it's like, hey, Fluffy, what are you doing? Can I have my peanut butter back? Yeah? And I was like, bitch! Fucking face fully normal, just flat affect, monotone said that to me after I had spent 2 hours sucking peanut butter out of your throat and fucking cleaning us off. And then I was like, Christ's sake, this is embarrassing. This is fucking embarrassing. You're not I did not do this thinking you were conscious for that.
Sure.
Yeah, and apparently you were. I asked you, you recounted the whole experience. Apparently you knew I was breaking in, but thought it was fine because you had no money anyway.
I would do that, yeah.
Yeah, no, she was fucking wild. And then I was just like standing there awkwardly over you in the shower, fully naked. And I was like, fucking hell, man. So I like left, go to the kitchen again. I like find where you kept the chloroform arm, which I knew because I checked all the shelves.
Yeah.
And then I just went back over. You were still just sitting there. You look kind of pouty about it.
Yeah, you took
you
all my
know?
peanut butter.
Yeah, so then I just fucking chloroformed you like in those movies with a little towel.
Okay.
But it was kind of hard to do because my hand's a bit small, so it like kept slipping into your mouth, just shoving a whole chloroform towel in there. You know?
Okay. You knocked my ass out. Gotcha.
Yeah, knocked your ass out. I don't think you remembered anything. I like had to like get like a rope and drag you back to your room. I couldn't get you up to your bed, sadly.
Yeah, just left me on the floor.
That's why your floor was a bit moist that day. I'm surprised your family didn't notice any of this, because like the slapping sounds were like really loud from you like kind of shaking around covered in peanut butter. So like this has to be a regular occurrence. And like from what I can tell, it was the peanut butter that made you high. You didn't take any drugs or anything because I couldn't find any. Yeah, so I walk back. I'm like, fucking hell. I take a shower normally again because like it's fucking messy. I put most of my clothes back on. I had to throw out those underwear.
Oh, the clothes weren't covered in peanut butter.
Because I took them off.
Yeah, okay, smart.
Yeah, that's why I was naked, you know? Yeah, and then I guess I just had to fucking leave. But by that point, I was like, shit, it would be like 5 months or so before I could get back home.
Yeah, it happened there.
The bus schedules are terrible, but then I was like, okay, let me just finish checking these cabinets in your kitchen. Your kitchen has a lot of fucking cabinets, and they're all like slightly too small to be useful. It's kind of dumb. They say everything's bigger in Texas, but that was just kind of stupid.
Oh, I like my cabinets.
So I checked the last cabinet there, and there it is, the baking soda, like a 3-quart tub of it. And I'm like, okay, one way out. So I said, fuck it. I took a ton of baking soda. I walk over to your room, and it like hurts to keep it together because I'm like puffing up, you know?
You're like
my face is red. I have to close my mouth, and you're like fully still unconscious by this point. And I just kind of sit down next to you, waiting for it to happen. And the thing about baking soda death is like you think it's quick. You think it's quick, right? You eat that much baking soda, you explode. No, it isn't. It takes like fucking 30 minutes. And you start for the first 15 minutes just being really gassy. But at some point, the pressure builds up too much, so you can't even let it out anymore. And and it starts to hurt a lot. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I know this is Texas. I don't have the wherewithal to find Annie's gun. Um, yeah, no. So then I popped. I don't know what happened for you after that. I was actually reincarnated into a peanut plant. That sucked too. Thankfully, I was like smushed by someone walking a nature trail, and then I got back here. Okay.
Well,